Hey, Unicorns, it's Ellie. Welcome to the aftermath of Lionsgate. And oh my gosh, wow, okay. I haven't shuffled or anything. My cards are just sitting like this. It's a lion. This is the strength card, and that's Shango. All right, okay. Because I was looking at this one, it was a tiger, and I was like, that's not a lion. But then I looked at my other deck, I was like, oh my gosh, that is a lion. All right. So I want to talk about the aftermath because yesterday was August 8th, 2024, 888. And I want everyone to be mindful and remember that 888 will also be on the 17th of August and also on the 26th of August. Okay. So be mindful of those days as well. And this is the topic that I've been talking about on this channel and on my Instagram a bit to help people with a mindset. It's grounding our spirituality into reality, and the mysticism around spirituality kind of gets people in this space of thinking things are supposed to operate a certain way without certain input or output from themselves. Like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. And this is one of those things where, like, I did have a conversation with someone that I've met before, so it's like we talk off and on, and they text me on Lionsgate beginning of the day and was like, hey, I was having a conversation with them previously, and according to the year they were born and their sign and different aspects that I did know about them, I was like, you're supposed to be experiencing abundance really the whole year because this is the 8 year, and according to their alignment as well, their planetary spaces, I was like, you're supposed to be experiencing abundance throughout this whole year, and they said that they weren't. So then they texted me, and I was giving words of encouragement. I was like, nah, things should be turning around, not in a way of being like, oh, I see your future, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen, because it's like, it's one of those things where I even had to learn to not give friends advice, whether spiritual advice or life advice, because I have to charge as a service now. I really do have to charge that type of stuff as a service. Joanna Ma said, great day to you. Great day to you as well, Joanna. And I have to take myself seriously as an individual. So professionally, I was like, okay, I can't say this because I know exactly what to tell them for them to be able to change their situation. But for one thing, when I did do that for friends previously, people don't like to, for one thing, a lot of people don't like to listen. And then when people do listen and things don't pan out exactly how they wanted to, it's easy to be like, what happened? They text me and they're like, oh, well, I didn't experience abundance. And it's like, okay, I asked a few questions and I was like, so has this changed or what's going on? And they're like, I haven't experienced change. And they told me their life circumstance. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if you're still doing the same things, and we did talk about things that would enhance life, we did do that. So if those actions have not been put forth and energy put into those things in order to experience abundance, it's like, okay. And I did ask as well, it's like, did you tell anyone about our conversation essentially? Like, did you tell anyone you're supposed to be experiencing abundance? Because sometimes people can spread word curses, because word curses doesn't always mean, oh, I'm going to get my spell book and I'm going to read this and I'm going to do a ritual. It's not always that. It's literally like, oh, well, that's not going to happen. That's far-fetched. Oh, don't even believe in that. It's stuff like that. Or gossip, where they'll be like, hey, did you hear what so-and-so said? Yeah, we were talking and then blah, blah, blah happened. So I was like, okay, did that happen or something? Because I know when I read into an individual, first of all, their energy is like blocked off. I told them, I was like, I can't really read you like that. And that's not like a bad thing. I'm being told you need to do the inner work. You have to do certain things to unlock certain things within yourself. Because I literally cannot. Like sometimes when I know people, I'll do readings for them if I'm guided to. That particular situation is like, I'm blocked off. I can't see anything. So even if I wanted to, which I shouldn't, I know I have to set boundaries for myself. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't, because this is how you are as an individual and you have to unlock certain things. And so in the conversation on Lionsgate, it was like, I'm blocked off. I don't know how to do that stuff. Where I was talking about like getting into alignment, and that simply means honing in on the things that can bring you abundance. Everybody is gifted and talented in different things. So if someone's constantly telling you, "Hey, you're talented in this area. You can utilize this to bring yourself whatever it is," because abundance doesn't always mean monetary gain. But in this case, of course, like most of the time, when people talk about abundance, they mean monetary gain. So for that individual, it was like, I haven't experienced abundance. And I also realized too, this is what I mean by grounding our spirituality. If they were looking for a certain type of result from what I said and that specific thing did not happen, that does not mean that they did not experience abundance. And they watch my content as well. So it's like one of those things where, hey, what do you mean by that? And it's like, I again, like, I have to charge because so much has happened in my particular life where if I just give you free advice, I'm devaluing myself as an individual. And it's like, I can't do that. What I can do is share general content and make this a teachable moment for everyone to potentially gain a new perspective, because there's a lot of people who were in that mindset on Lionsgate. And it was like, okay, where's my stuff? Where are the things that I've been asking for? And sometimes a change in circumstances is exactly what you were asking for. It just didn't show up in the exact way that you thought that it would. Because sometimes even the things that we want is not what's necessary. So I have to use myself as an example to let it be known. I'm not just saying stuff just because I'm saying it. It's literally a perspective shift. So let's say that I didn't experience what I thought that my particular aspect of abundance would be. I would not have been able to recognize the opportunity that was in front of me and be able to transmute that into a productive project. So I recently started talking to y'all about the private equity firm, and I was able to get certain things and apply certain things to what I'm doing. I got my business cards now. I have certain things on my website set up. Just released a new blog yesterday. So that's adding to my potential streams of income, and this is a new project that's helping me to be able to ground the things that I talked about with you all here on this platform and on my Instagram a bit. So what we've done as a community, the things that I've learned about, including the downs, not just the ups, but the downs that I did learn from, I'm able to put that as a project together where other ladies are able to collaborate with me. That's another form of abundance. That's assisting with the collective consciousness and helping people to have a better mindset. Also, adding to a potential form of myself getting monetary gain from that. Also, the opportunity was also always available for me to be able to have the private equity firm. I just didn't see it that way until years later. So something that was essentially always available for me then got transmuted into a business idea that's able to assist everyone, along with providing compensation on my end and for the ladies who do collaborate with me. So seeing situations and opportunities in a different perspective is a way of gaining abundance, along with creating new opportunities out of that situation. So to receive a text like that at the beginning of the day, it's like, I didn't experience abundance. It's like, I'm the type of person now, because back, you know, in other times when I was like doing what I could to build community and get closer to people, I have strict boundaries up now. But before, I'd been like, okay, well, what happened in your life and what happened here, what happened there, what happened there? Just being that friend, like just the therapist friend. I had to cut off being the therapist friend, even though I engaged in the conversation a bit. I just didn't go as far as I would have in the past because I help people get down to the root of what it is they're talking about, because I can help people see what it is that they're saying and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, well, you actually did experience abundance. You just didn't experience it in the way that you assumed that you would. And that's just how life works. That's how the universe works, because it's like, if you're not going to intentionally do anything to change your life, what is the universe going to do for you? Faith without works is dead. Again, so believing, experiencing certain things is not enough. Certain avenues and certain shifts have to happen. Even implementing a new environment or a new way of seeing your environment, redecorating, feng shui, maneuvering things around, simple things like cleansing your space, cleansing your area, whether spiritually or physically cleaning up, those things provide abundance. Sometimes the energy and airflow in your bedroom, your kitchen, your bathroom, your hallway can affect how abundance flows to you. And it's just as simple as that sometimes. But because, it's like, well, I'm not in alignment, I don't know how to get into alignment. It's not as complicated as it's it sounds, but because there's like this weird hierarchy of spiritual people, it's assuming that one has to be on a certain spiritual level to obtain knowledge or intuitive messages, and it's not even that. It's literally honing in on who oneself is. Again, using myself as an example, I was running away in a way from this whole thing of doing the whole spiritual teacher thing, and I didn't want to have an ebook in the spiritual space. I did not want to make profit essentially from spiritual stuff. That was something that was taboo to myself. You got religious leaders out here doing it. You got other spiritualists out here doing it, putting on events and doing all this other stuff. And it's like, I never wanted to do that. I just want to be, a prominent face of change and assist people with what it is they're doing. I wasn't charging anybody anything the first year that I was in this game of being around people and helping them out with changing their lives and bringing community together and achieving goals. Didn't charge nobody nothing. I looked at my birth chart again because it's this constant thing. When you look at your birth chart, you have to constantly look at your birth chart, study yourself, and then recognize patterns and be like, you know what? It's one of those things for me. So, yeah, a lot of y'all know I'm a Capricorn, but I'm a Sagittarius cusp. I like to be in my Capricorn energy, but I also have to realize and acknowledge my Sagittarian side and be like, you know what? Yeah, I am that philosopher person. I am that spiritual person. And I do have to acknowledge and ignite that part of myself in order for me to be fully fulfilled. Not everybody has a cusp sign, so it's not as important. You mainly have your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign. So with me having a cusp sun sign, I have to balance between my Centaur Sagittarian and my Satyr Capricorn self. And while I mostly like doing, regular paperwork stuff, I like reading to y'all. I like doing regular business things. I like to do clerical work, doing like the computer typing and stuff. I like doing the whole being on screen thing. I like doing the whole teaching and having a public platform and speaking to groups of people thing too, but I prefer to be in that space of doing things and just being behind the scenes. Noble Akeem Sadar, I've been saying your name wrong this whole time. Please correct me when I say y'all's names wrong. Noble Akeem Kadar Bayel said, peace, peace. What's good? Gratitude for being a six-figure angel as well. If you guys would like to get a membership here on the channel, you are able to do so. It starts at 99 cents. I like when you read history. Yeah, I enjoy, that's the thing. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. So it's like, even if I am on screen or, visible doing things, I like doing stuff like that. That's my preference. However, being more intuitive, having those conversations, leading the pack, and doing things in that way, discussing philosophy, that is part of who I am. It's a duality aspect to myself personally. And once I acknowledged that, I started making more money. And it's weird because it's like that was not the goal. I wasn't trying to do that. I really was just trying to be around people and be like, hey, let's help the black people. We're spiritual. We're God and goddesses and revolution. Then I seen like people weren't even ready for that. And I was like, oh, okay. Then that's where the whole Capricorn thing had to be balanced, where it's like Capricorn's ready to go, Capricorn's ready to do business, Capricorn's ready to implement the stuff we're talking about. Sagittarius will sit and have a conversation with you and then discuss what it is that we believe about the thing that we're talking about. And so I had to learn over time. People will enjoy the Sagittarius part more than the Capricorn part, just because a lot it's like it's a mixture of things. A lot of people just aren't serious. I didn't know that. Capricorn brain. Didn't know that people weren't serious. Also, a lot of people simply aren't ready. And it takes those conversations, it takes breaking down their walls, it takes breaking down those barriers and those constructs mentally in order to see the vision that everyone's talking about. Where Capricorn got the vision, Capricorn, even without the vision, it's like we could follow these steps and then we can get to the vision along the way. Like, we got this. Like, let's go. I got the steps already. Sagittarius doesn't mind chilling and contemplating things over a period of time. And that was something that I had to learn personally, using myself as an example of how to work within these spaces. So when it came to Lionsgate happening yesterday and a lot of people felt in a slump, I woke up and I felt the collective energy because I was like, what is this? Like, I don't usually wake up and feel like this. This is not me. This is not how I be feeling. And it was also supposed to be an off day for me where I'm not working or doing things quote unquote for profit. But I was doing a whole lot of that yesterday. And I was just like, yo, this day feels so interesting and weird because I only plan to do two things that were business oriented. And I ended up doing a whole bunch of stuff. I had two phone calls, and I'm like, and it was, when I say phone calls, I mean 30, 40 minutes, an hour long. So it's like, okay, it was a whole lot yesterday. And on top of that, I'm feeling the collective energy of people. I felt and I heard the word resistance. So it's a whole lot of resistance. Nefatari, am I saying that right? Nefatari 8202 said, Abundant Rising Goddess. What's good? Joanna Ma said, I love your crown. I'm a Sagittarius. Oh, that's dope. And I appreciate it too. I appreciate it a lot. Nefatari said, the crown is beautiful. I want to rock afro once my hair goes back. Yes, yes. Make sure you're giving yourself scalp massages. Scalp massages are really what's going to get you to have a lot of growth, and then retaining the length is also highly important. Just keep that in mind. People say what they say about wearing bonnets and all that. Don't mind them. If you want to, just wear a scarf. But it's like, it's not easy living this way because of society. This is easy. Like, this is easy because I don't have to do nothing to it. I literally today, all I did was put some water in it and get my brush and fluff it out. That's it. That's literally all. I got my vent brush and I just fluffed it out. That's all I did today. Where, people expect a whole bunch of other different stuff, and it's just like, no, I'm just gonna look a little bit cute. I'm filming some videos today, and that's all I want to do. I'm not trying to do nothing extreme, do all this extra stuff. I'm not, super into the glamour magic right now. The most I got into the glamour magic was this lip gloss because I usually don't even wear colored lip gloss. And I was like, okay, I'm filming some other stuff today, so let me go ahead and put on this color. But yeah, massaging your scalp, most important, with an all natural oil. Not using any of the ones that you buy in the store. Really, none of the ones that you buy at the beauty supply store. It's best to use an all organic oil. Nefatari said, it's me, Storm's mom. Oh, I didn't know this was your YouTube page. Hey, let's go. I sent it's some stuff going on. If he hadn't already told you, I had messaged them on Instagram Well, when I say them, it's a group of people, and he was part of that group. So yeah, he was supposed to send me an email, and so I'm just waiting on that. But that's awesome. That's dope. But you got, well, hold on. No, you did cut him off. I was gonna say, don't you got locks? But you did cut him off. Hey, okay, okay. No, that just threw me off. I never knew that this was your YouTube channel. I've been talking to. No, that is so funny. But yeah, um, scalp massages most important. But yeah, but basically, the aftermath of this Lionsgate situation mostly is that it's a perspective of realizing, okay, I already either physically, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally had this. How can I use what I already have as a resource in order to either create something else or appreciate it and continue using it because I wasn't using it before? Like, before, okay, just example again. I had this microphone, and when I first got the microphone, I was trying to use it on my, at the time, laptop. I got a new laptop since then, but I couldn't use it because it didn't have the right plug-in, and I was like, ah. But then um I got this camera. I don't think, okay, I got this camera, so now I'm using my microphone to make higher quality content. When I got the microphone in 2020, like, that was a long time ago. That was literally 4 years ago when I got the microphone. Just keeping it because I'm like, I already bought it. I'm not gonna return it. It didn't cost that much. I'll just keep it. And then by the time I got this camera, I was like, oh my gosh, this plug-in works with this microphone for this camera. So it's as serious as that. What happened 4 years ago that you could benefit from? I started using the microphone with the camera last year, so really 3 years aftermath, but it's a perspective shift. Nefertari say, yeah, I cut them off last Lionsgate portal. What? I see, I didn't even know that. And then the fact that we're having, okay. 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 That is beautiful. That's a full cycle around the sun for a new perspective of life. I really, like, literally last night, I was like, I darn near want to cut this off again. Because I cut mine off in 2020. So I have like 6 bundles of hair. So it's just like ether that I'm keeping in a bag. And like, it's just so much. It's so much. Because I always wanted to donate my ether, but by the time I was able to, I was like, I don't even want to donate it no more. I just want to keep it. And so I still have it, but it's just like 6 bundles. And yesterday I was thinking so much. I was just like, man, I just want to cut it off again. I don't even know. But I am on a journey. I do have a goal to reach. So it's like, okay, that would defeat the purpose, and I have to restart again without the same mentality, because I have a specific goal that I'm attempting to reach with this journey of this ether. So it's just like, okay, staying focused and not getting stressed out. That's the biggest thing. Money Green CEO once said, gratitude as always, goddess. What's good? What's good? Gratitude to you as well. And it's the resource of network is another thing, because people will be connected to people. This is what happened yesterday. Like, I got on the phone with somebody. I was asking for a certain thing, and they were not able to provide that certain thing for me. And it's like, that's totally fine. You can't get mad when somebody can't provide something for you at that specific time. And that's something that's also interesting with people, because it's like, people be having expectations for individuals, and then when someone else doesn't meet those expectations, they get upset. And it's like, you don't really have the right to get upset with somebody who, if, unless I made a promise to you, there's no reason to hold me to a certain standard or expectation. It's as simple as that. Treating anyone a certain way and holding them to a certain standard or expectation when that's not something that they personally discuss with you, or as a content creator, as a business owner, as someone who makes a certain type of obligation be known publicly, if they didn't do that, you can't hold them to that standard. So This person was like, yeah, I can't do the thing that you're asking me, but I am able to do this, I'm able to do that. And I'm like, what? So now, because I opened up that particular portal, and then their lucky number is 8. So because I opened up that portal with that individual, now we have another phone call that we're going to do to get certain other things going, which would benefit even more than the thing that I was asking for originally. That's abundance. Just because the thing that I was asking for did not happen in the way that I thought it would happen, something else perspired that is also of benefit, if not more benefit. I only have so much brain power. I only have so much knowledge. I only have so much of a network. I only have so much of an influence. I only have so much in skill set, where that's the whole point of community building, where you have a larger network and a larger group of people who are able to do the things that another individual is not able to do, so that person can do it. You're not able to do it, so that person can do it. That person's not able to do it, so you can do it. It's one of those types of things where this is our purpose. This is what we are intending to do. And if we are going to be compensated for it, let's discuss that and figure out exactly how that's going to happen. And it's just like, you know, I assume, and that's why, again, I'm speaking about tapping into my Sagittarian aspect of living. It's the conversations, and it's the constant reminders, but also encouragement and enlightenment of being able to share with everyone everything is not what it seems all the time. Even the things that seem like they're simple, it can be more complex. Yes, gratitude, gratitude. It is awesome. It felt really good talking to that person too, because I was like, it was a breath of fresh air and speaking to them. Because, like I said, like the energy yesterday, it was so much resistance. It was weird. So, getting into the space of ensuring that others not just know what's going on, but are able to express themselves. And it's very easy to express yourself with me because I see things from everyone's perspective. It's like, okay, I see that. Okay, even when people disagree with me, it's like I can see your perspective, even if you disagree with me. And based on your perspective, you know what? It makes sense. And I'm not going to hold you on it. And it's like, I get it. And I'm not tripping either. Because makes sense. Whereas Capricorn is more logical. And it's like, well, according to this, and then now that you know the truth, you should, Sagittarius has more leniency for people's emotions and people's feelings. And that's something I had to tap into more as well. My way of perceiving people's emotions. Because even though I'm on the path of righteousness, intentionally doing what I can do for the good of everyone, including myself, it's also that matter of sometimes people's emotions do matter more than the right thing. Not to say to excuse behavior that is not okay. It's just when people are processing things, it's a matter of just because they know the truth now doesn't mean that they have to react this way right now. And me with my logic Capricorn brain, it would be like, well, when I know the truth, I act immediately, and then I'm able to do this, and well, Sagittarius actually gets and has more empathy and sympathy for people, um, and gives time and space. That's where my personal way of having to balance my connections with people comes in, because I find myself getting frustrated when individuals lie. For one thing, like I don't get lying. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then I don't get when people are in the wrong in a situation, because people make mistakes. But it's like, if someone's in the wrong in a situation and they don't want to accept that they're in the wrong in a situation, and then they either don't apologize or don't apologize for a very, very long time, and I feel like they should either apologize or apologize on the spot, and then they don't do it. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's not going to make any sense to me. It simply isn't. Sagittarius is able to see it though. Sagittarius is able to be like, I get it. It takes a lot because I don't have the same ego or pride that that individual has. So, of course, it's going to take them a longer time to apologize, or they're never going to do it because they have so much ego and pride. Capricorn's like, well, they said they're a righteous individual and they said they were high vibrational, so why would they mess up so bad? They were lying, or they weren't fully in tune with themselves. Sagittarius gets it. And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, bruh, it, being able to see from multiple perspectives is just like the cliche, it's a gift and a curse. I do find it annoying when it's like, well, now I see why certain issues kept happening repeatedly over and over again in society, because if people were actually serious about what they were talking about, then we wouldn't have to deal with these issues. The Sagittarius is like, yeah, that's the whole game. Most people are not serious about what they're talking about. So with this whole Lionsgate thing, a lot of people are being faced with the fact that they're not serious about what they were talking about. We're also in the middle of Mercury retrograde too, so a lot of people won't experience the feelings of what Lionsgate was quote unquote supposed to be until after Mercury retrograde is over, and that's like, it's a whole lot of things happening simultaneously, and it's, you know, that's probably one of the reasons why I felt so much resistance, because I'm like, I've never felt this much resistance on, like, because I was just gonna wake up and do stuff. I wasn't intending to be like, it's Lionsgate, let me do this. So many people did so much magic yesterday. So many people intentionally did so much. Because, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing anything. But it was like, oh, you got to film this other thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I do got to film that thing. And then it was like, okay, what you need to do is you need to reach out to these people for this. And you have to do this Zoom call. And then you have to do that. So I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm not intentionally trying to, like, do rituals for the purpose of manifesting on Lionsgate Day. Like, that was not my intention and thought process the day before. I just had these tasks that I needed to complete. So then we get to Lionsgate, I'm feeling the collective's energy, and I'm just like, yo, there is so much resistance. What is going on? And I'm gonna let the message come through fully right now, but essentially, people were resisting what it was that they needed to do. So, okay, what's going on? The collective consciousness was resisting doing the work that's necessary in order to fulfill their goals that they say that they would like to achieve. In order to achieve goals, steps need to be provided in order to take those particular steps to achieve that goal. A lot of people have been disillusioned and put into essentially a psychosis state of believing that just because there is a planetary alignment or a numerological alignment, that they will receive whatever it is that they desire. Okay, that's deep. I mean, you can't just expect stuff to fall out the sky just because. And that's one of the things that, you know, when I say grounding our spirituality, I mean that. I don't mean to sound like I'm speeding rhetoric or metaphors or being cliche. I mean what I'm saying very literally. When I say grounding your spirituality, I literally mean, okay, enough astral projecting, enough, not enough meditation, not to say stop meditating, but enough meditation and visualizing and stopping there. What is it that you're visualizing? How do you produce that in your everyday actions? Where is it that you're astral projecting to that you can actually visit or manifest in your current reality, and not being thrown off by words like manifest? Manifest just means to produce, to be, to exist. That's all it is. You know, it's the terminologies and being one with self and self development, inner work, and people get thrown off by the terms, but it's like, I think the issue is the terms. This is what people mean by English is a cursed language. The issue is the terms that people use because people just like to say stuff and not actually comprehend the depth of what it is they're talking about. When tapping into Sagittarius, one takes the time to sit back and see how these things apply to oneself. It's like that's what it means. So I never really resonated with Greek philosophy or Greek mythology, rather, and I wouldn't really use them, those figures, to personify within how I maneuver and operate within myself. I would just be like, okay, well, those are those entities, and this is how people like correlate to different things and whatever. I mostly just know about Orisha, some, what's it called? Egyptology. Not even a whole lot, but I would resonate more with Egyptology than I would Greek. And of course, figures in the Bible or in Christian or Hebrew Israelite um, pantheon. And after a while, I realized certain things, and I was just like, bruh. So, like, one example, there is this group of people that I was talking to earlier this year, and they would call me Afro, obviously. So, that was like my nickname. And around the time that I was like, okay, this, I addressed something within that space, and then people didn't want to talk to me anymore. It was like, whatever. I wasn't tripping. And it was just like, I looked into one of the Egyptology figures, Hathor, by accident because it was something that happened. I think I was on TikTok or something, and somebody mentioned Aphrodite. And I was like, for some reason, it just clicked. I was like, hold on, these people was calling me Afro. Hold on, Aphrodite. Hold on a minute. So I look up Aphrodite, and apparently, when you parallel the pantheons and the mythologies to each other, apparently Aphrodite is Hathor. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay. Because what I already associate myself with Hathor. And then I was being called Afro, and then it's Aphrodite. And then I looked up the characteristics of Aphrodite, and I was like, yep, that is me. Like, that is me. Because it said the A. And it was like, it was real interesting, too. Again, this is all getting back to the whole Lionsgate thing. Because, again, it's perspective. So, Aphrodite, she represents a lot of the aspects of sensuality, love, fun, romanticism, and beauty. And I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I be doing. Okay, because like when in my Capricorn space, I was like, we just need to get to business. We just need to do the work, and then everything will be fine. Sagittarius recognizes no, like that's not how this world or this realm works. That's probably what it was. I could feel the resistance. My Capricorn self was feeling the resistance because Sagittarius was like, "What the heck is that?" Capricorn knew a lot of people were just like being unrealistic with self. And it's like, why are they resisting doing the work? Sagittarius was like, because life sucks for a lot of people, and who wants to do work right now? Just because I have a part of myself that really does enjoy doing work, not everybody has that. A lot of people have to tap in to getting to work, and the things that they want to do aren't necessarily easy to benefit from. Like a lot of people's hobbies are not easy money tools. They're not easy to speak about for themselves, because obviously when you're passionate about something you could talk about it all day, but doing it in an organized format that's going to benefit you when it comes to speaking with other people, that doesn't come as easily. Where as a Capricorn and Sagittarius, that type of stuff comes easily to me. So it's like, okay, giving people grace, giving the collective grace when it comes to stuff like that. So back to Aphrodite, it was like, okay, so these characteristics where I'm able to express myself, I'm being serious, and I have things readily available for people to be able to benefit their own personal lives, increase whatever aspects of health, wealth, abundance, and happiness and joy that they have in their lives. I'm able to help people tap into that, and I'm just like bloop, a little sprinkle and a catalyst for change in a lot of people's lives in those specific areas. And it's again a perspective shift, because I was like, wow, I didn't think that of myself, really, because I knew about the Capricorn side, where it's the abundance magic thing, where I can help people manifest things to help them in their lives, for monetary gain specifically. But the Sagittarius part of me didn't really acknowledge itself in a lot of different ways. This is not just like, oh, I'm a content creator and I'm going to talk to you guys about this stuff and spiritual this and blah. No, it's all self development. It's reflecting on self as well. And the Sagittarius part of me did not really acknowledge the impact that she was making on the collective of people. And if I'm being honest, it's really more than what I realize. Not in a small sense of, oh, nah, 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 nah. No, I mean, like, people's mindsets and lives have changed, not just business wise. I like to focus on entrepreneurship. I like to focus on investments. I like to focus on skill set versus practicality in one's spiritual life, even though that was the purpose of this to begin with. For some reason, I just have trouble acknowledging that. So I had trouble acknowledging it. I do more now, and it's easier to now, but I had to intentionally put myself in a space of doing so. It's just one of those things. So Aphrodite's not new, but my perspective shifted because I was able to look into the situation and be like, okay, well, I already associate with Hathor. Hathor apparently is parallel to Aphrodite. I look more into Aphrodite. It's like, oh, so that's what people are perceiving, because I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't think it was that strong. I didn't think that I was making that much of an impact. But then, after reading about the characteristics of Aphrodite and then looking back on the different things I've done, different things I've said, interactions I've had with people, it's like, well, that a lot of that makes way more sense. And I just need to take that time to appreciate myself and appreciate those actions and those interactions more. So it's a perspective thing. Thinking that something is going to just happen just because life sucks, that's a very unrealistic point of view. That's not even how manifestation works. That's not how any of this works. It's not thinking about something and it'll happen. That does happen, but it's if you're in alignment. Happens to me all the time, especially with food. Oh my gosh, I can literally think about some food and it'll pop up randomly. It'll literally just pop up. Like, it'll be a situation where I'm thinking about some food and somebody will either drive it to my house or they will come in and be like, hey, I got some leftovers from this and this is the food. And I'm like, nah, I just said this. I just said this. When what was said, peace, goddess, what's good, when what's good, gratitude for being a trillionaire entity. You guys, if you would like to be a member here on the channel, they start at 99 cents, okay? And so yeah, I'm like, yo, easy to manifest food. And then when it comes to other things, and this is, I'm gonna talk about this wormhole, because what the heck, people who aren't like attuned or readily seeing these things and patterns, is like, once you tap in and you're able to see it, and then when crazy stuff happens, you'll be like, oh my gosh, you get used to it, but it's still like, bruh, what the heck. So this wormhole happened, bro. Last year I had moved, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to take these things, I'm going to take these items, and I'm going to take this particular item. So this one item vanished. And I was like, what the heck happened to my item? And then one of the people who was helping me move, they're like, oh, it seems a bit spooky. And I'm like, ha, 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 because they know about this magic stuff too. Like, like, they know. So I was like, ha, ha, whatever. So I go an entire year, an entire 12 months, I go without this item. Something tells me, hey, rearrange some stuff and do some, new things with this stuff, whatever. And clean up this area. So I start to go to this area so that I can get, some other stuff cleaned up. I find the item. I'm like, look, now, I didn't even put this item in the car to move it. It vanished before I left from my previous area. Now all of a sudden it's in the midst of my stuff. Like it's just been there the whole time. Like, hey, no, you weren't here. So that was, if I'll go back to the live stream I did about the perpendicular realities and perpendicular timelines, that was around that time period. We entered a wormhole. So this, I was going to say Mercury retrograde. So that's important. But this Lionsgate portal feels and is behaving much more different than the other ones that we've experienced before. First of all, it's the first 888 that we've had in a while, and we won't have another one for another 9 years. And a lot of people said that the Lionsgate is broken. It's only broken because it's no longer the portal that it used to be. It used to be a straight shot portal to another spot, and then you can come back. Where now the veil is so thin, you should really be feeling like it's Lionsgate portal all the time. Because I genuinely feel that way. I had a whole loop, bro. An entire wormhole happened in my crib. Okay. Look now. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, did that really happen? You don't have to believe me. It's going to happen to you next. And then it's going to be like, Ellie, I entered a wormhole too. This situation happened to me. And I'm like, yeah, huh? I believe you because I know that stuff be happening. Magu said, peace, guidance. What's good? What's good? So now that we're in this perpendicular reality, around that time that I was saying that, that was when the ear assassination attempt happened. That was when somebody fell ill. Then they dropped out of the political election race, and then another one popped up. All of a sudden, folks raising millions of dollars, and then now there's this conspiracy that happened with this another black person that died, and apparently they were being gang stalked by the police system. And I'm like, yo. Hey, when's everybody gonna be like, hey, okay, we can use this stuff to our advantage instead of just watching this stuff happen? Because I'm watching it happen. I'm taking advantage of it. But the collective is not. That was that resistance I was feeling where it's like, oh, I'm a victim to my circumstances. No. Like, unfortunately, stuff happens, yeah, but no one's a full-on 100% victim to their circumstances. Again, myself as an example, I could have wallowed and sulked in my situation. Y'all know, being gang stalked, being literally stalked, having this situation that happened with my son's father, my ex-husband, and them refusing to finalize paperwork, and then another court case happening with him because he decided to allow abuse to happen to our child, and then being bullied online. So then that's affecting the way that I show up on my platform because of the way that people are treating me. My family acting crazy. My actual blood sibling being abusive towards me. And I shared that story where they were doing it and then my parent was allowing it to happen. It was happening for so long. It was happening for years, which was why like stuff in my life was just acting crazy. All that happening at the same time though, instead of it happening in like, deal with one situation, then you deal with another situation. No, all of it happening at the same time. I could have broken all the way down and wallowed and sulked in the situation and lost everything. I locked in. I locked the fuck in. And I said, hey, life. And I grabbed life the way Shango grabbing this damn lion. Hey, life, what the fuck going on? What is happening? Why am I going through all this right now? And life was like, use your gifts. I was like, all right. And then that's how this was born. Published a whole book. Going through what most people would consider to be the worst time in their lives. I will die on this hill. The worst year of my life was 2019 because I was not aware. I was not aware of what was going on, and I actually did have a mental breakdown because I did not know. Everybody in my whole life was lying to me the whole time, and I was just like, okay. So then by the time 2022 comes around and people are trying to do the same thing again, they're trying to play out the same narrative again, I said, no, I am grabbing life by the reins and I am taking control of all this. I'm taking control of all these narratives. I'm taking control of all this stuff that's happening to me. I'm taking control of everything that is happening right now. I'm going to be the best mom, and I'm going to be the best person. I'm going to be the best business owner that I can be. I'm going to be the best content creator, influencer, public figure. And that was what I did. That was how I changed my life over the past 2 years. And it's just like, you hit these planetary alignments and stuff, and people get too spiritual with the way that they're thinking. It's like people get so spiritual, but they don't want to be realistic. How can spirituality provide you something in the third dimension if you're not going to take the third dimension seriously as well? You can't do one and not the other. That's when my Capricorn will try to overpower what Sagittarius has to say. No, you can't be a business person without being a people person. Sure, you can get the logistics down. You can get everything typed out perfectly, pretty, all neat and clean. But if you're not good with people, it's not going to mean anything. This doesn't mean anything if no one reads it. It's of no benefit to anybody if no one reads it. So I have to be good at making sure that I'm sharing the message and allowing people to know, like, hey, I have this resource available so that you can be prepared for what's happening in the future and be able to start your own, whether that's an organization, if you're teaching others, or if you want to start a business of your own. I have this resource available to help you be able to do that. That takes Sagittarius communication, where Capricorn was there to organize. Noble Akeem Kadar Bay El said, what was happening to you? I just said it. At least I just kind of brushed over it. I don't want to like go into detail because that's not really what the point of this video is. I don't know how long you've been following my platform. So I know you recently got your membership. So I don't know if you subscribed at that same time or if you've been following for a minute. But I have talked about it where 2022 I was helping with someone's national scene court case, and I don't like saying their name. You can see it on my page. It's, I'm not gonna say their name, but I was helping with their court case, and people took advantage of that situation in order to stalk me and harass me. I now have to sue over 20 people because of those situations. Someone gave me a loaded gun to practice with. And my intuition told me to check for bullets, and so I did. And then I saw the bullets, I handed them back the gun. And if I had listened to my spirit team during moments like that, I would have been gone out of here. Someone sexually assaulted me because they utilized the fact that people were treating me bad and be like, hey, I have a safe place, I have a safe haven for you, just come over here and everything's gonna be okay. And then they tried to use that situation to force me into a romantic relationship with them, and I told them that I didn't want to do that. So then they sexually assaulted me, and I had to run out of their house at 4 a.m. So yeah, I did that interview with someone else. I'm not finna mention names right now. So then that happened. The person who is married to the person I was helping with their court case, they threatened to sue me for something that I didn't do. They were saying that I was doing things that I was not doing. So then they sent me some lawsuit papers for something that wasn't even going to be proven true anyway. And I'm like, that was supposed to be like a fear tactic to scare me, and it didn't. But it was just like the fact that it happened. It's like, bro, like the betrayal. And then another court case happens, and somebody who I was very, very, very closely associated with gets locked up for murder, and then it got put in the news. So now everybody out here looking like a bunch of criminals, and we all looking crazy, and I'm having to deal with the fact that people are looking at me weird because it's like, hey, you were associated with this person, what happened? And I was just like, I don't know, I didn't tell them to do that. I had this other plan. They did listen to Capricorn, so it's just like I can't control what people decide to do. It's like, it was a lot. It was a lot. That's what happened on the end with the people on social media. But then, like I said, with my blood family members, my child was physically abused, and then people were trying to excuse it. My blood members were trying to say that I had mental health issues and that there was a problem. Like, I'm homeschooling my son, so they were saying that that was an issue, even though my family also homeschooled. I was homeschooled during high school, so it didn't even make sense for them to say that on their end. Where I took dual enrollment, which means that I took college classes in high school. So it was like AP classes, but at the actual college, I went to University of Memphis for English class, psychology class, and algebra. My other sibling did the same thing, and then they graduated a year early, went to a HBCU, got their bachelor's degree, and then they went to a college in the university, in a university in the United Kingdom, and they got their master's degree. So they were homeschooled from middle school to high school. And then my youngest sibling is, it's even more advanced dual enrollment. They're taking all their classes in high school at college. So what the fuck are y'all talking about homeschooling for? It was just like a lot, and like trying to make me seem like a bad person when it's like I'm not the one getting called child protective services on for abusing my son. I'm not doing that. So I don't see why y'all are trying to make it seem like I'm a bad person. So it was a lot of things happening where everyone was coming against me at one time, and I'm like, oh hell no, it's fuck everybody, and I'm no, all this is changing right now. So yeah, that's what was going on. Just a brief, I have videos on this channel, different live streams and some videos. I am putting together a presentation too. In a couple of the presentation's already together, but it's gonna be live for y'all to be able to see it in a couple of months in October. But yeah, so I had to take that time period where I was going through all that at the same exact time and be like, let me change all this. Oh, you say you walked off, okay. Magu said you're speaking facts. Sheesh, motherfuckers don't know how to act. Nefertari said, how's MJ doing? MJ's awesome. He's hilarious. I had did some braids for him the other day, and he took down one of the braids, and I was like, MJ, what are you doing? He was like, I want to customize it. I was like, they're braids. That's the style. Leave it that way. I just rebraided it about an hour ago. So yeah, he's doing really good. We got classes started back for him. It not, it's his first week of the school year. I allow him to do summer break. We usually do year round schooling, but I allow him to do summer break this year, and so now we're back doing schoolwork on our schedule. But he's doing great though. He's doing great. But yeah, perspective again. Seeing the absolute worst situation and being like, no, I'm not finna give up. I'm not finna wallow. I'm finna take this whole thing by the neck, by the reins, and be like, you gonna work for me. That's that. A lot of people go through like, I'm more than likely gonna write a book about certain things in my life. I've already written books about my life, and I'm, just gonna, it's gonna continue, like, because I'm not 30, so the type of stuff that I've been through in life, married, child, business, backstab. I didn't even tell y'all, on this platform too much about how I was backstabbed in my business to the point where that person literally tried to ruin my life. Like, they intentionally started arguments in my marriage, and then they lied about paying us, and so we ended up losing our house and our cars and our whole lifestyle, lost of business and everything. And then getting divorced and stuff. It's like, I'm not even 30. That's like a lot of things. And then being part of a national movement to help the collective, and then stuff happened, and that was just crazy. And then everybody on the news for something crazy, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, I'm not 30 yet. So yeah, no. Mm-mm. No. Taking life by the reins and using all that experience, of course the energy built up behind it, but taking all that experience, profiting from it in some sort of way, whether I write a book, make a movie, make a show, make a series, or some, because no, what's the point of suffering if there's either nothing to learn from that suffering or nothing to gain from that suffering? Perspective. What are you learning while you're in the trenches? What are you learning while you're going through a very serious, strenuous situation, whether because of circumstances, because of an individual, because of an organization? You're not going through that situation just to go through that situation. Even phone call I had yesterday, it was like, I didn't come this far just to get this far. It seems like there's always some sort of thing trying to be a roadblock in the situation, even when I accomplish things. And it's like, we're all in a race, and it's a matter of knowing once I finish and I get to the finish line of this, there's gonna be another race, and it's about pacing yourself for one thing. And then when things are unexpected, it's a matter of, okay, what is the purpose? What is the reasoning? Why is this happening? And how am I going to react to it? I'm telling you, bro, the stuff that was happening, I really could, man, look. When I told people about what happened with my son, everybody was like trying to pull up on his dad and stuff. I'm like, I'm not telling y'all that man's address. I don't need you getting in trouble, and I don't need you getting me in trouble. There are so many people that are just like, hey, this situation happened, and just like, hey, let's go. It's like, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, you know, it's all perspective and recognizing the abundance for what it is versus being disappointed that things didn't happen exactly how you thought that they would transpire. Because I was disappointed yesterday too about a situation, a specific situation happened, and the thing that I wanted to happen didn't happen. I was disappointed, but it's like that has nothing to do with Lionsgate. Lionsgate is a collective energy. Personifying and embodying abundance itself is what's important, rather than, well, this magic was supposed to happen and it didn't happen. Did you make the magic happen? Also, did the magic happen and you just didn't recognize it? Because that happens a lot. People miss their blessings and blessings because they miss the thing that was actually there as a benefit to them, rather than appreciating that for what it is. It went overlooked, and there's nothing anybody can do about that. Magu says slow and steady wins the race marathon. Facts. Factuals. I live by that. Because I noticed when a lot of stuff was happening fast in my life, it was like a lot of fast progress. Things, things just don't pan out well. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a foundation builder. Very good at building foundation. And if you watch the virtual business meeting that we did yesterday, structure, I'm very good at getting the structure together. So when you look at a house, you get the foundation, and then you have the bones, where it's the lining on the inside, the, how do you call it, the beams and the frames. I'm very good at that. Then when it comes to like, the walls, putting that in, the electrical system, the plumbing, that's where I'll be needing help at. I'm like, oh my gosh, the details. Because I like the tedious details too, but that's up there, and it's not as important to me. But that's what people like. That's the flashy part. That's the thing that attracts people. People are not attracted to a foundation and beams and frames. People are attracted to a red shiny door, big pretty polished windows, and some nice, whether it's some brick or some white wood, and a steel roof or a cool roof with some solar panels on it, or like whatever. Nobody really cares about the foundation and the frames, and that's what I specialize in, but I be needing help with the rest of the stuff. Nefertari said, it was a lot, but you made it through. Proud of you. Keep going, Empress. Gratitude. You already know. Gotta keep going, because that's life. It's gonna happen. And I also, like I said, I didn't recognize my impact on people the way that others experienced it. I didn't realize it too much. So then I had to sit back and really be like, huge impact that I had on the collective and those around me, and I didn't appreciate it. I didn't acknowledge it, because it wasn't a thing of needing validation from others, because people would tell me, and it wouldn't even be a thing. Like, people would tell me, but I didn't feel it myself because I wasn't where I thought that I should be. I wasn't where I wanted to be. And so it's again recognizing perspective, appreciating the present moment for what it is, and those experiences for what they are. Noble Akeem Kadar Bael said, "What's your foundation?" It's in the virtual business meetings. So, like, you were in them for the past few. It was like 4. So if you rewatch those, it'll jog your memory. But essentially, the foundation, like this channel, the stuff we talk about, kingdom entrepreneurship, where the basis is making it's more than just income, but essentially working for yourself, whether you have a job or not. It's one of, either or, but working for yourself and providing value for the collective and whatever type of situation that is. So just for example, Magu said, "Oh yeah, you most definitely stepping out here, bro." Please. That's what I mean. Like, I be cooling, man. I be cooling. Look, I be thinking I'm so regular. It's like, I'm gonna do this thing. Yeah, we're gonna do this thing out here. And then people will be like, "You really did that? You really doing that?" I was like, "What you mean?" Then I'm like, "You know what? Yeah, you right." Okay. So this is what a lot of people don't really know about, and my way of bringing value to the collective is bringing that information that's, whether it's hidden or just in more niche areas, but it's going to affect everybody. I bring it down to the level where somebody who may be looking at something regular will come across this and be enlightened. So this chapter in my book is called Real Estate Property Derivatives, Adapting and Expanding on the Blockchain. And it's called Bird Dog Real Estate. Everyone could and should own real estate. If you want a copy, it's $33. So when you skip around, I'll say, okay, I'll just read this paragraph. It says, wholesaling property and scouting leads as a bird dog displays the trail many of us started on. During these journeys, we discover the many options of investing in said leads and properties. A not so spoken of investment strategy is property derivatives. It's the concept of real estate investment trusts, REITs, and expanding on that. Being able to invest in properties or the debt through derivatives makes the process less risky for investors who choose not to purchase a property or loan their own funds. So a lot of people wouldn't know about those investment strategies at all, even if they wanted to get started in real estate. So the fact that I'm bringing it to light for those who are beginners in real estate, it's like, I didn't even know that was possible. Let me learn more about that. That's my purpose. That's what I do. Because a lot of people get into, there's nothing wrong with house flipping, but it's like you watch HGTV, TLC, and stuff like that. Flip This House, or house makeover type shows, and then it just shows you the pretty stuff I was talking about. They don't show you too much about the foundation. They show you about the pretty stuff, the big renovations, and then putting these colors and matching this and interior design and how we're going to arrange the house with all the decorations and stuff like that, furniture, all that. Where, well, if you need a slab and some frames, I got you. This is where you start at, because you can't get to all the pretty stuff without the foundation itself. Yeah, the basis of it is something solid, and that's how it starts. So then, even continuing on with the foundation, got the private equity firm now. So ladies who would like to express themselves through writing, they're able to do so. And then I am intentionally taking that platform and putting it out there in front of certain eyes to make sure that, of course, clientele comes in so everyone can make income, but also that the words of our ladies are being shared to impact those who need the most impact, whether that's in the workplace, in corporate, or in the education system, or overall, meaning the political system. So that's the foundation. But yeah, like I said, we discussed that already in a few of the virtual business meetings, so you're able to go back and review those. So yeah, that's perspective. I could have been like, man, forget all this stuff, and just been like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's learning. It's a learning curve, and being able to apply those lessons into the next aspects of life. Noble Akeem Kadarbe El say, you do a good job of showing that foundation. How many books do you have? That I have written or that I just have in my library? Because I could tell you how many I've written, but how many I have in my library, that's a lot. But how many I've written, I have... My goose said, LOL, loving the fro. Gratitude. That's the third comment on the ether today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Gratitude. Gratitude. But this one is the physical copybook that I also have a new one coming out. You can pre-order it. That one's called Quadrillionaire Blockchain Derivatives Goddess, which goes into the stuff that I was talking about with the foundation. So that one's pre-order available $33.33. But this one is already out. This is Bird Dog Real Estate. Everyone could and should own real estate. I have this as an ebook, BDRE, Blockchain Derivatives, Real Estate, Blockchain Investing with Derivatives, Backed by Real Estate, and How to Get Started. And this is hashtag New Age Investing, exploring traditional investments and their technological advancements in Web3 while you stay in spiritual alignment. This is also an ebook. My other ebook is called NFTs and Real Estate, where I double down on what it is, this blockchain stuff is, and how it affects things in the real world, how it will affect things in the real world very, very soon, and how it's been signed into law through Executive Order 14067 that Joe Biden just signed in 2022. So I really hone in on that law that was passed in that book. That's the ebook. And then my other one, hashtag Bird Dog to Wholesaler ebook, where that one expands more on specifically real estate and getting started. So that's the ones that are already out. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then I have my ebook, which is Negra 21st Century Black American, where I talk about myself and my experience being a Black American female. And yeah, so that's 6. Then I have another one that's called Invest While You're Broke. So that's 7. It's talking about like different ways to learn about investing while you literally have no money. And when I say no money, I'm talking about like invest $1, $2, $10, $100, and you're still able to gain from that. You're still able to learn from that. So 7. Okay, yeah, written 7. And then my newest one will make 8. Yeah. Making sure that's it. Yeah. So I guess I am it take, you know what I'm saying? No, because I'm still tripping on that one comment. You said, oh yeah, you most definitely stepping out here. But it's the laughing emoji, the muscle, and the fire for me. I'm like, bro, good man. I be chilling. I be like, yo, okay, let's make some moves. I be chilling until I'm ready to make moves. It's kind of like the queen on the chessboard. And I don't even say that to be like, I am the queen. And then make it. No, I mean, that's how I move strategically. It's like all this other stuff going on. I don't care about none of that. But then once you're ready and you've just been sitting watching the whole game, it's like, all right, I'm going to move now. Then move like a queen on the chessboard. And like, boom, boom. Then I don't attack nobody. This is what they don't like talk about too much in chess. I don't be attacking nobody as a queen. No, I make it to the other side. People be like, "What you on the other side of the chessboard for?" I got 2 queens. Oh, we got multiple queens on the chessboard. Yeah, we did that. We got multiple queens on the chessboard. Yes, that was my goal. We got multiple queens on the chessboard. Boom, double trouble. Okay. I'm telling you, like, it's a whole thing. Make sure you're playing chess and not checkers. Man, most of these folks don't know what's even going on. Make sure you're playing chess and not checkers. Yeah, do you know about the double queen move? I be playing multi-dimensional chess. Folks don't even know what dimension I'm in. I'll be having a good old time. Cause it's like, oh, like that whole like the way that people are weird and judgmental. It's like, oh well, she this and she that, and it's just like, yeah, I don't care, cause I know where I'm going. You don't know where you're going. That's why you're judging me and where you think I'm going. Um, Noble Akeem Kadar Bayo said, "What's the easiest way to buy your books online?" The best way, um, the New Age Investing one, hashtag New Age Investing, is already linked in my bio area here on this channel, so you can get that one directly. If I'm not mistaken, this one is also directly linked if you want a physical copy, but the ebooks are very easy to get, so they're all available on that website for the hashtag New Age Investing book. They're all there on that website, and that's my real estate website. So yeah, everything is over there. You'll be able to see all of it, all the books on the web page. So what I can do, oh yeah, it should, let me see. Where my other phone at? It's all over there. I want to get my cat to bring me my phone. Lucy, can you bring me my phone? No, it's the way she looked at me. She looked at me and was like, ma'am, excuse me. Do what? Okay. All right, when you go to, I'm gonna just do it like that so you can see it, the whole process. Yes. I'm telling you, he came in here.
I finished my tater tot, so like.
You did? You can get some more if you want some more.
I don't want some more. Can you have some Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So on my channel, you click the links. Oh, that's not what I was trying to click. Glub it. Okay. You click the links. And then I had mentioned my my personal ebook. You can go to my website, you'll be able to find it. But this is the one I was talking about. Hashtag New Age Investing ebook. So you click on here. So you can see that here. And then when it says go back home, everything is available right here. Okay. So that's it. That's it. Okay, Magu said, I can't blame you. You're just playing chess while they're playing checkers. Man, I'm telling you. Oh, you said the physical book. Yeah, yeah. So same process is on the website, and you'll be able to see it directly there on the homepage. We're laughing with the 100 emoji period. Crystal with the same. What's good, Crystal? Lightweight mind state. Hey, peace, goddess. Well, yeah, yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm really chilling, and like, you know what I'm saying. People be stressed out for no reason. That's what I'm saying. Like, all there is this. I'm trying to end this stream. I'm telling you. I'm done. Really. I'm just gonna start yapping now. But the resistance I was feeling yesterday, folks be so mad for no reason. And it's like, if everybody really did just focus on themselves and how to improve themselves, and then how to help others also improve themselves, whether that's, you know, emotionally, we're all here, spiritually, financially, or even health wise. Like, oh, no, because look. I be playing chess, bro. I be playing chess. I'm gonna read those comments. Hold on. I'll be playing chess because I did the podcast yesterday and folks be tripping on my pictures. So I'm gonna get on that in a second. Magu said, Magu, LOL, you most definitely a vibe. Gratitude, gratitude. Nova Lakeem Kadar Bay L said thank you. For sure, for sure. Gratitude to you as well. But okay. Folks be tripping on my pictures and the stuff that I be posting. Well, why are you dressed like that? Why do you look that way? I'm like, yeah. I'm playing chess. So one of these dudes, he get when said they mad, they always be mad. I lose followers almost every time I post. It'd be so funny to me. I'll be looking at my analytics. I'll be like, bye. Magu said it's still your platform at the end of the day. At the end of it, LMAO, for sure. No, when said I know, bro, because even your comment on my other channel when you were like, people be treating me an extra type of weird. I had looked in my notifications and I was like, I was looking at my stuff. I seen that like two other people liked your comment. I was like, not the people liking the comment. That's what made it even more funny. I'm like, yeah. Like you got people co-signing your comment, being like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. What? Okay, wait. Let me focus. So I'm doing my podcast and I post my pictures and stuff. And of course, I'll be losing followers and everything. And then people be questioning stuff. This one dude hit me in the DM and he was like, oh, you getting thick. And I'm over here like, yes! Yes, because y'all don't even know I've been struggling. Them folks tried to kill me, bro. I was too skinny. That was not okay. The way I was looking a couple of years ago, no, I need to be thick. So then they were like, oh, you getting thick. I was like, yes! Yes, you don't even know. You just, hey, confirmed everything I was trying to do. Appreciate you letting me know I'm hitting my body goals. That's what that is. And like, because even last year, some dudes were making fun of me in the comments. I was just doing a silly video. It wasn't even nothing serious. I was doing something silly, and then these dudes low-key arguing with each other in the comments. They're like, it's always the pretty girls with no ass. I'm like, oh! First of all, I'm a person. Well, I'm not really like a person. I'm a fairy, but I'm an earth fairy. But I'm an individual. I have feelings. I'm reading the comments like, they're not even talking to me. They're talking to each other in the comments. Like, it's always the pretty girls with no ass. Yo, you can say, hold on. I'm reading your comments. Wow. Like, dang. Like, I appreciate that I'm pretty, but you over here, you're actually body shaming me because people tried to kill me. I didn't always look skinny. What the heck? But people were literally poisoning me, bro. I didn't even go into detail with the stuff I was saying, but no, people were trying to get me out of here. Like death by starvation. It was crazy. My goose said, LOL, not them co-signing. No, because he made the video was called People Are Weird, and I was just talking about the weird experiences that I be having with people in general, but especially like online, like community building. I'm trying to get to know people, and the way that is easy to do it is on the internet. So I be doing what I do just like this, and then I hit people in the DM, and then we have conversations, we do whatever, and it just gets so weird. And so he made a comment, and then other people like the comment. They're like, yeah. It's like, first of all, who are y'all liking the comment? Because I see him. I know who he is. We have conversations. But who are y'all who are liking the comment, co-signing what he's talking about? Hold on. I had a good laugh. I think that was yesterday when I seen that. I'm like, I've been breathing. But anyway, like I said, the folks tried to really get me though. And so now I'm hitting more of my body goals because everybody be wanting, like, I'm just trying to figure out this whole BBL thing, right? Because I'm all natural and it's like a thing that I stick to being an inspiration, but that's just what I believe in myself. I don't believe in, unless I have like a health issue, I don't feel a need that I would need to get like any sort of surgery. So people who really do have certain health issues, I think it's okay for them to get certain surgeries. But all this BBL stuff, and then people getting like weird implants and boobs and stuff, I'm like, What I had to make sure I did was eat. I had to extra eat because with this veganism and vegetarian stuff, folks be struggling out here looking like sticks and toothpicks. I ain't got no. I don't have to eat meat every day, but I'm not finna sit up here and be skinny just because I'm not eating meat. No, I know how to put on the carbs. So I had to eat more. And then I boosted it up. I used to do 90 squats a week, but I boosted it up recently. So now thick I had my body goes. I don't care what nobody talking about. I feel good. Folks be thinking they coming for me. No, you're like, you're saying the thing that I'm over here asking myself. Appreciate it. Multi-dimensional chess. You don't know what move I'm making. It'd be so funny. Magu said they probably just mad they couldn't get you, and you definitely glowing up on these folks. Hey, appreciate it. Win said, I didn't know they did that. Hold on, did what I say? That's how we made that comment. I don't even know. But yeah. Oh, you talking about liked your comment? Yeah, I just looked at my thing on my page and I was like, cause the thing that caught me by surprise, that video, like this channel, I'll hit 200 views. I'll hit 500 views. I'll hit 100 views pretty easy over here on this channel. I got a bunch of subscribers. It's already in a certain algorithm. I get clout over here. On that channel, I was looking at my stuff. That video got over 200 views. I was like, excuse me? Hold on. What? So then I started looking in detail, and then I was like looking through the thing. I was like, okay, the comments. I see the comments, and I saw your comment. It was like, oh yeah, other people have liked this comment. I'm like, so people be acting weird on this internet. Okay. Wednesday, congrats on the body goals. Appreciate it so much. I greatly do appreciate it, and man, because you know, people have different body struggles. A lot of people be wanting to lose weight, and then like I said with the BBL thing, folks be wanting booties. It's like all you gotta do is eat and squat. What are y'all doing? I'm confused. I don't get why you finna go spend 5 figures. Why you finna go spend 5 figures? Even if you spend 4 figures, you finna go spend several thousands of dollars to get a booty when all you gotta do is pack on the carbs and squat? I'm confused. What you finna go do that for? It took me about I ain't gonna cap. It took me roughly a year and some months to get my body how I'm comfortable with it now. Cause like I got the little stomach pooch, but that's what any afterbirth mom. So any female, any woman that has had a baby, we gonna have a little pooch unless I intentionally want abs. I don't feel like having abs right now. All I care about is these thighs. Then somebody was in the comments too. They left a bunch of gifts and they commented, the guy, hold on. They were like, the thighs, goddess, the thighs. I'm like, yes, thighs, yes. I don't get it. I really don't get it because people be like feeling a way about things, and then like people who are more religious, they'll be like, oh, your body and then all these things, and it's just like, these people getting BBLs and breast implants. There's girls out here who are looking for somebody who doesn't have surgery done to look pretty. I'm here to be an example for them. I don't care about none of that religious stuff y'all talking about. Oh, you have to be modest and conservative. I don't. God know what I'm doing. What? Magu said, LOL, they want the shortcuts. Man, this is what I'm confused about. People will pay thousands of dollars for a body shortcut, but they won't invest thousands of dollars into themselves for something real. Because like the trend, it was a trend for BBLs. Now people getting them removed. People are getting their BBLs removed. And apparently BBLs are out of style now. Well, I got my ass. After everybody done bought it, I worked for it. So people done bought it.
Wait, do you remember that one song called BBL Drizzy?
Yes, BBL Drizzy. I remember. I did a remix to BBL Drizzy. That song hit. So if y'all want to go to my music channel, y'all check that out. I think I put it in the community post tab. But they done got, some people got millions of dollars, not millions, thousands of dollars into debt, getting these fake bodies, and now they're using even more money, even if they didn't go into debt, to get them removed. And in all that time, I worked on my body, and now I'm thick again. I'm back to where I was like when I was at my positive body goals. When my son was 2, because I have to measure it based on after I gave birth, because I was fine before I have my son, and I could get back fine, but my booty like more saggy. So for me to be thick is better, because if I get skinny, my booty not gonna look right. It don't look right when I'm skinny. But now after giving birth and like the way that body sags, because I could tone up, but I don't want no hard booty. I want it to be soft. You know what I'm saying? And then the BBLs are hard, and it's like I did all this by myself. I just ate some food and I did squats. Like what? So now BBLs are out of style. I'm gonna hit that verse 2 real quick. Magu said, "You speaking real shit," and LOL, I think I heard it on your Insta. Yeah, I posted it on there. Well, how we go? It's on the Wake Up the Dragon, Firecracker Gator, Poppin', Power Celestials Rocket, Activate Powers, try it. Hit a Rico and the Astral's Cosmic Court in action. Okay. But anyway. I told y'all I'm supposed to be off of this stream. I'm just talking now. I'm really just vibing and having a good time. I just wanted to talk about this whole Lionsgate thing and help people to have more realistic expectations for their life and not, you know, if you didn't put forth the work to manifest certain things, don't expect it. I don't see what's difficult to get or comprehend about that. But a lot of people seem to be confused. It's like, well, my life didn't change. Did you change it? Or you just sitting waiting on something to happen? Magu said, "You most definitely silly, and you right 100." Yeah, appreciate it, because I yes, this is just me. But yeah, like people be expecting change, but they don't implement the change themselves. So how can you expect something that you're not doing? That's weird. That's like saying that one wants to be more spiritual. Excuse me. They want to be more spiritually enlightened, but they're not meditating. They're not eating right. They're not cleansing. They're not fasting. As far as food goes, they're on social media all the time, influencing their mind. They're listening to other people all day, influencing their mind. Even when they're on, platforms, they're not studying what they need to study. They're not reading any books pertaining to their spiritual growth. Yet they want to develop spiritually. That doesn't make sense. You have to look within first. You got to meditate. You got to cleanse out all the crap from your body physically. Because when you meditate, it clears out all the mental crap. And then you have to heal yourself. Because a lot of people, I'm going to close with this. A lot of people don't even want to accept that, like, they may come from evil bloodlines or they may come from evil past lives. It's like, you probably were a shitty person in your past life. And that's okay. This lifetime is here for redemption. Because I learned recently, a lot of people be spooked by, certain Orisha. And so I learned that I'm a daughter of Elegua. And it's pretty cool, actually, because people be scared of Elegua. And it's nothing I'm not used to, because again, with the Capricorn thing, in tarot, that's associated with the devil. If you look at the figure of Capricorn, it looks like Baphomet. People be like, oh, wow, the devil. And then Pan is a satyr. He's also associated with Capricorn, and he's also depicted as a devil-like figure. So I'm used to people being like, it's a more taboo thing being associated with the entities that do correlate with myself. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm here this lifetime to be on the righteous path. It's fuck all that. No, we're not gonna keep doing all the unrighteous, stupid, bad stuff that folks have been doing this whole time. So I actually have a video coming out about that, how I found out I was a daughter of a Legua and like what my purpose is here. Because it's like being a child of a gang leader or a mob boss or something. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to live the life no more. Y'all be killing people all the time. And like, that's not something that is a value. That's not moral for me. And I don't want to be part of that. So, it's about learning what your purpose is, being okay, being okay with the past, being okay with that, and then learning what to do in the future. Because it's just like, otherwise, you're just going to fall into the same patterns that you did last lifetime and that your family does. It's real simple, but people don't be liking to accept it. And I'm here to accept it. I know for a fact in my family, there was pimps. There's some damn hoes, some home wreckers, some cheating ass hoes, some cheating ass niggas. And I'm like, I don't got to do that. My goose said, LOL, I feel you. I'm on that type of timing. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go, y'all. I was just yapping this last like 30 minutes. But Shalom, Rainicorns. I will see you in the next one. That means thank you in Hebrew.